September 11th, I cannot believe it's been 20 years. September 11th changed everything. I was a university student in Texas, and I remember walking to buy some yogurt for breakfast and seeing the attack happen and seeing the towers fall. And like everyone else, we ran to our dorm rooms and were glued to the TV and didn't move and just watched as the America that we knew sort of crumbled down around us, and it was surreal.
I was looking at the television, at the news, and suddenly it switched to planes going into the buildings, and I was terrified and unbelievable. This could have happened to something in America.
What I remember from 9/11 is that I was actually planning to start my first assignment in the Foreign Service. I was preparing to go to Kuwait, and I lived in what's called River Place in Roslyn, right across the river or a few miles away from the Pentagon. And I was actually planning to clean out my apartment, and then all of a sudden I heard this crash. And then I saw people running, and I didn't know what was going on. And so I quickly went upstairs, I turned on the television, and I saw what happened in New York and then at the Pentagon. And I was so concerned, I was frightened, but I had to calm myself down to understand, okay, Shanti, take your time. Talk to people, reach out to the State Department, reach out to contacts that you know in the Department of Defense to understand what's going on.
America is nothing more than people, than Americans. And we all changed as individuals that day. For myself personally, I had always wanted to go into international affairs, but after seeing the towers fall, I knew with certainty that I wanted to go work in diplomacy, that I wanted to join the State Department. And on that day as well, I was sitting next to my best friend. His name was Ben, and he was a small town boy from rural Texas. And he at that moment said, all right, I want to be part of this effort as well, to defend our country, to defend what we know is and what we hold as true. And he transferred universities, went to the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, and voluntarily went to Iraq in 2005 to southern Baghdad. And he never made it home, or he didn't make it home alive. And he's just one of thousands. We lost, I feel his loss each day. And we lost so many valuable American lives, our partners, people in Trinidad and Tobago, we lost partner lives. And so I think, how did America change that day? Well, each individual who was alive that day changed, and therefore our country changed. And there's a whole generation of public servants who grew up behind the attacks.
I realized that those two buildings, my friend worked in one. And then tears came to my eyes. Himself and a co-worker was coming down to safety, and someone called out for help. Winston turned around and went to assist. He never came out. His friend then told his story because he was saved about Winston, and eventually they termed him a hero. And the street was named after him in his honor.
I will say, 20 years later, I think we are, while we still believe in democracy, we still believe in freedom, human rights, I think we're a little bit more cautious, more skeptical, because we understand that even though we believe that democracy is the best system of government, it takes a lot of work to build a democratic society.
I think there are a lot of lessons we can draw from 9/11. first and foremost for me at least, is that grief and joy, these emotions, they cross boundaries. We're a world of very different countries, of differing peoples, but there are certain things that we share there, and some of those are the most basic of things. That loss is loss, and we all feel that, and so we're all joined together in certain aspects.
And on this, the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks in the United States, I remember my friend Winston Grant and the other nationals of Trinidad and Tobago who died that day at the World Trade Center in New York. We will always remember you.